There's something about the sense of family.
I consider St. Matthew's my family outside of our family.
One of my best friends I met here.
These are the people who kind of grew me into the man I am today.
Emotional support, prayer support.
You knew when you walked in this building that everybody loved you, everybody was concerned.
It's just a great church to be a part of. The friends that we've made, the music program is just out of this world.
He's a man who sings, as you can guess.
It's like a big family. My girls, they're 5-year-old twins, and they love to come to church. When they walk in the door, this is their church.
Our children grew up here. We bring our grandchildren now. And then my parents are also members of the church, and they're both 91.
The name of the campaign is Reimagine, and the reason the church is doing it is to improve upon the facilities that we already have, and also to expand on the vision and the future ministries of the church.
I think it'll make this church grow, not only grow in numbers, but grow in value.
The church is doing it to make this place a more welcoming environment for people of all ages.
And I think of it kind of like as like a new start to a lot of things.
We were members of St. Matthew's when I was born. I left when I went to college. I was gone about 17 years. And then when my husband passed away, I moved back to Louisville. The members of St. Matthew's reached out to me to let me know that, this is home and I could come back. The day that I moved back, we packed my house up in Richmond, and that was hard because that was the house that he and I had lived in for going on 10 years. When we got to the condo that I bought here, there were about 25 church members there, and they had the truck unloaded and me mostly unpacked and hooked up, and my electronics and all that probably within 45 minutes. It made me feel very loved.
Our daughter left for a 2-year mission experience. There was something about the church gathering around her and gathering around us, because it was really hard for both of us, so that when she was alone in a Palestinian village, she could remember that she was being lifted up by family. They were so invested in her. They were part of sending her out.
I think that was the first time that we realized how much people cared.
This football season, I hurt my shoulder, and I got letters in the mail from people at this church who I didn't even know. Just knowing that they care gives you that motivation and makes you encouraged that a good thing's gonna come out of a bad thing.
The time I was proudest to be a member of St. Matthew's was this year at Trunk or Treat. We had invited some friends of ours, and so as we were going around through the hallways getting the candy, and it was just hallway after hallway of excited church members, my friend just looked at me and said, I can't believe all these people would volunteer their time and all this candy for free. I thought about it and I thought that's exactly what someone who doesn't go to church should feel when they come into a church. And I'm really proud that they feel that way at my church at St. Matthew's.
My name is Justin Baird.
And I'm Becky Baird.
My name is Samantha Shepard.
My name's Rusty Hoffman.
My name is Linda Hoffman.
My name is Hayden Shelton.
My name is Mary Rogers.
My name is Bob Rogers.
My name is Mira Wilcox, and I have been coming to St. Matthew's Baptist Church since I was born.
We've been coming to St. Matthew's since 2012.
From 1949 until 1962, we returned in October of 2006.
I've been coming to St. Matthew's Baptist for most of my life.
For almost 44 years.
Around 14 to 15 years.
One of my favorite parts of our vision statement is that we want to be vital to the life and hope of this community. I think this campaign will enable us to reach more people and just be a very inviting place for people to come.
It's going to add on to the children's wing, and it's going to be, they're going to add like an indoor playground. And they're also going to have a coffee shop too, so it's going to be cool.
We have been praying about it already, and we'll contribute personally, financially, and we'll encourage others to do so.
We're talking about expanding the kingdom.
And I think it'd be great for this church.
Well, we've heard some great stories this morning, haven't we? Stories of transformation and connection. Stories of God's work among us. Stories that illustrate what it looks like to live into our mission of loving and leading people into a growing relationship with Jesus. Reimagine has been a spiritual journey in which we celebrated God's faithfulness in our past, and we've looked forward with great anticipation to what God wants to do in the days ahead. And now we are so excited as we reimagine our church under God's leadership. We're excited as we think about the transformation these buildings are going to undergo in the next few years. But what I'm most excited about is to go on this adventure of discovery with you, because you are what makes St. Matthew's Baptist Church such a special place to worship and to serve. This is Commitment Day. For weeks now, you and I have been praying, asking God, what do you want to do through me to help fulfill your vision for St. Matthew's Baptist Church? Today, we begin to live into that answer. Jackie and I have been so encouraged in the past few months as God has enlarged our vision and our idea of generosity, and we are thrilled to make a 3-year commitment to reimagine this morning. So join us, would you? Continue to pray for yourself individually and for your church. Pray for our church and our community. Pray about the role God would have you play in ministry as we move forward. And then pray about the financial commitment God wants you to make over the next 3 years as we reimagine our future. I truly believe that God wants to use this moment to increase our faith and our level of trust in Him. Don't miss this opportunity. Thank you for being here and for being part of reimagining our future together.